Hi, welcome to the Becoming Me podcast. If that seemed a little weird, it's because I just tried to film this. I filmed about 10 minutes of it, and then I realized I'm literally not making sense. I'm just rambling. The conversation that I'm having with myself is not flowing. So I decided to start over because that's what you can do. Period. Start over. In this first episode, I wanted to talk about loneliness. But before I go on with the podcast, I wanted to give the verse of the day from the Bible, because as I mentioned in my introductory video, I'm trying to grow my relationship with God. I'm trying to get closer to God. I'm trying to be a better Christian. So with that, I wanted to implement His word into my podcast. So here we go. This is the book of Habakkuk. And before we go on, I didn't know that was a book, and I'm very intrigued. So this is chapter 2, verse 14. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. At first, when I read that, I didn't understand it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what does this mean? That's also something that I want to be better at, is deciphering what the Bible is trying to say or is saying. I am really bad at that, I must admit, but that is okay. That is why I'm trying to be more knowledgeable. It's because I want to be able to decipher what the Lord is trying to say or is saying. I keep saying trying to say what He is saying, what He is portraying to me, what is He teaching me. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, this is my first episode and I'm really sucking at it right now, but I'm trying to keep going, because if I don't keep going, then I'm gonna give up and I'm never gonna prosper. So we're gonna keep going. So I wanted to talk about loneliness. That is something that I've always struggled with, something I'm still struggling with. Being lonely, not wanting to be lonely. When I was younger, after I got sick with my disability, in which I will make a video about the whole thing, but I did mention it in my introductory video. I have a disability. It's called transverse myelitis. It is the inflammation of the spinal cord. I experienced a lot of loneliness growing up. Before I got sick, I had a lot of friends. The whole neighborhood was my friend. Everybody in school, I was kind of popular with everybody. I loved everybody. I used to be a very much people person, but after I got sick, I was kind of isolated. Nobody really wanted to be my friend. Nobody really wanted to talk to me. Nobody really wanted to form a connection with me, and that formed a lot of sad days for me, a lot of sad moments. I can remember this one specific memory, which is one of the worst memories of my life. It was my, I want to say 6th grade birthday, when I was turning 15. And was I turning 15? Yeah, I was turning 15. No, that was high school. What was, whatever age you are in 6th grade, I had a birthday party, and I literally invited everybody. Literally, I had 50 invitations, and I gave them all out, and literally nobody showed up. Literally nobody showed up. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is crazy. I remember every time the doorbell would ring, I would run to the door, or not run, I would hobble to the door and open it with excitement, and it would be my sister's friend, because fun fact, me and my sister share the same birthday month. My day is October 6th, hers is October 14th, so sometimes we would share birthdays, and that specific birthday, nobody showed up for mine. And that was the day that I declared I would never have another birthday party. Yeah, I would never do that again, ever, unless I actually had friends. And I didn't until I started having friends, which was after high school, after school. Okay, I never had another birthday party, because it was so embarrassing. I was like, oh my gosh, like, literally nobody showed up for me, and I was devastated, but whatever. So that was one of the biggest instances that I realized how lonely I was. Obviously, when I was in high school, I had no friends. Okay, not obviously. I have a likable personality, right? I feel like I do. But anyways, but I had no friends. I was quiet. I didn't talk until I got home or before I went to school. Seriously. But during lunch, I sat by myself at one of those long brown tables with the benches. I was the only one there. And sometimes people would sit at the table, but they would sit at the other end. So I would be by myself every lunch. I hated it. And I would try and skip lunch sometimes, but I was a hungry girl. I still am. I had to eat. So I would go most of the time. But if I could bear it, I would skip because I hated being perceived as lonely. You know what I mean? When I did sit alone, which was every day, but I tried to make it look like I wanted to be there alone. I tried to make it look like I was okay with being alone, when really I wasn't. I was so sad, and I was like, why don't people want to sit with me and talk to me? Because I didn't understand why, like, people, like, in high school, I thought it was going to be different. I understood middle school. I understood elementary school. But when it came to high school, I thought, like, okay, so it's going to be older people. They're going to be a little bit more open-minded. But no. No. Nobody wanted to talk to me. And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I experienced a lot of loneliness when I was young. And then as I got older, it didn't really help with my social skills, okay? I'm very antisocial now. I have a lot of anxiety. I've gotten better, but I'm not much of a talker. I cannot come up with small talk. I really cannot. Even with my friends that I have now, like, it really takes a lot for me to think of stuff to talk about. Like, if it's quiet, I'm like, fuck, they're expecting me to say something. Like, they want me to start a conversation because they're always starting the conversation, but I just don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, I was a loner. I'm a little bit of a loner. Like, I don't know how to talk to you. Like, even now, I cannot. It's hard for me to make new friends because I'm not a talker. Like, if the only way that I can make friends, which I'm trying to change in 2025, I want to be more of a people person. But the only way that I know how to make friends is by just sitting there and being quiet and waiting until somebody, like an extrovert, to come up to me and start talking to me, and deciding that they like me enough to be my friend. That's how I made my friends, okay? When I was a senior, my God sent angel, Tia, my bestie, we met in our senior year. We had a flower arrangement class together. God bless my flower arrangement teacher. I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but she was a little blonde lady. She grouped us together. We were doing a wedding arrangement thing, like project, whatever. And I got grouped up with her. And then we became inseparable afterwards. And I love that for me because I love her. She is literally my heart and soul. Like, literally, I used to pray to God for an angel. I would literally pray. I would say, God, I only need one. Please send me an angel who will stick by my side and love me forever. And I found her. I love my God. I really do, because I really did used to pray every single night for an angel. Like, literally, I would not say I need a friend. I would say I need an angel, because that's what it felt like. Like, it felt like I needed an angel to love me. Like, I felt like I was literally unlovable. Like, I would never be liked. Like, people would never stand me. Like, I really felt that way. So, when I met my friend, it just felt really refreshing. It made me feel like, okay, well, maybe everybody else is tripping. Maybe I am not that bad of a person. Maybe I'm not that weird. Like, it made me feel normal for once. Like, I had felt so not normal for so long. Like, literally, like, I just felt like, wow, like, yeah, I'm different, I understand, but shit, like, why doesn't anybody like me, you know? So, when I met her, my world flipped. My mindset flipped. I was like, okay, so it's possible. It's possible. I say all that to say, it's possible. If you feel lonely in this world, maybe it's not you. It's them, okay? It's the people. It's the people, because they're out there. Your friends are out there. Your relationship is out there, okay? You just gotta be patient. You gotta wait. You gotta pray on it. You gotta have faith that they will find you or you will find them, because they're coming. Whether you like it or not. My other friend, which we're not friends anymore. We're not friends anymore, but we were friends for about 6 to 7 years. I decided not to bring her to 2025 with me, but we were friends for a long time. I'll tell you, we met when I was in where was I went to an esthetician school, aesthetics, to learn how to do facials and whatnot, and I met her there. She was a much older woman, in which I realized I love having friends that are okay. All the people that I've met in my life have been kind of older than me. Even my best friend that I met in high school, she's only a month older than me, literally. But every other friend that I've made has been older than me. I love older women, okay? But anyways, she was much older than me. Okay, not much more. She's 9 years older than me. And yeah, so I met her in aesthetics school, esthetician school, and she came up to me. Again, yeah, she came up to me. I was quiet, obviously, just in my books on my phone, and yeah, she came up to me and we started talking, and we became inseparable. Literally, and she brought the fun out of me. Like, I loved her for the time that she was in my life, because she made it fun. Literally, she was a very fun friend, and I appreciate her for that. I appreciate her for being in my life in the time that she was. I hope that in the future we can come back to each other, but just in this time in my life, in her life, we are just not compatible. But back in the day, we were. And we had a really good time. We had a really good run. I still love her. And I want the very fucking best for her. I want her to prosper. And I want her to be better. I want her to be happier. I want all the good things for her. But, yeah, I had to drop her. And this is why I'm bringing it up. Because in my time in life, where I just wanted to be loved, I just wanted to be accepted, I just wanted to have friends, I tended to hold on to people even though they weren't good for me. Even though they weren't good to me, I still held on to them. But going into 2025, and yes, girl is still learning, I decided I'm not putting up with people who are not good for me or good to me, okay? She was becoming very toxic in my life, and I had to drop her. And that's okay. And that I only have 2 best friends. Now I have 1. Now I have 1. But I'm okay with that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day going in, period. But no, at the end of the day, it's just like, if you're gonna have people in your life, it better be people that are good for you. Period. So yes, I'm okay with being lonely now. Back in the day, I had to be lonely. I had to be okay with it, but I wasn't okay with it. I was sad. But now, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'd rather protect my peace than have people in my life that ain't shit. Okay. So yeah, my boyfriend, very extroverted, okay? I am an introvert. I was made that way, but I'm an introvert. All of my friends that I've made have been extroverted. I.e., am I saying that right? My boyfriend is extroverted. God bless that man, because we met in 2020 during COVID. And you know what? I'm going to say something, and it's going to be crazy. And you're going to be like, Anna, come on. And I'm going to say, listen. I talked to a psychic. Now, this is before I was working on my relationship with God, okay? I talked to a psychic, and I said, psychic, I need to know, when will I have a boyfriend? Like, what is he gonna be like? What am I looking for? Please tell me. And the therapist literally said, Ayana, this man is going to be extroverted. He's going to be the opposite of you. He's going to be the life of the party. He's going to be funny. He's going to be charismatic. He's going to be all the things that you are not. And I said, period. And literally, that's what my boyfriend is. It's so crazy because it was like a month or two before we met. But the thing is, she said we were going to meet at a party. That's the only thing that didn't happen. But everything else, he's literally him. Literally. But I was afraid I was not going to be loved. Let me tell you a little bit of background on me and my relationships back in the day. When Instagram came around, back when I was a freshman in high school, I talked to a lot of guys. A lot of guys that weren't even in my state, but I talked to them. I got my swagger from talking to random guys on the internet, okay? That's how I learned how to flirt. That's how I learned how to talk to guys, okay? From Instagram. So yeah, I got my game from Instagram because nobody was coming up to me in person. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody was coming up to me in person. So I talked to random guys on the internet. Anyways, I really did feel like I was not gonna be loved though, because I didn't expect me to have relationships with these guys in fucking Kentucky, okay? But I was like, when is my man gonna come? So after high school is when I actually started dating. No. Okay, I'm gonna make a podcast episode about my relationships. Some of them are crazy and I want to talk about them, but I'm not gonna drag on this relationship talk in my lonely podcast. So I'll just say I had a few instances in my life. One while I was in high school, and then the rest were after high school, and okay. Anyways, I never felt loved. I never felt like I was going to be loved. And then I met my boyfriend, and I was like, this is weird. This is weird. Somebody's actually giving me the energy that I'm giving them. And at this point in my life, I'm like kind of drained of trying to give energy, so he's giving me more. He's giving me more energy than I'm giving him. Like, he is putting in the effort, honey. And I was like, this is weird. I was scared as fuck. Let me tell you. I literally remember many instances. Hold on. There's something in my eye. Hold on. I remember many instances where I literally just started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna break my heart. He is gonna hurt me like I've never been hurt before, honey. I literally cried so many times. Now we're 4.5 years deep. Ooh, 4 years half deep. 4.5 years deep. 4.5 years deep. Okay, 4.5 years deep, and yeah, it's the same as the first day that we met. He loves me, and I love him, and we're gonna get married and have babies. So I say that to say it's gonna happen for you too. If you're struggling with loneliness, know this: it's gonna happen. You just have to have faith and believe that it's going to happen. You have to stop. You have to stop worrying about fitting in and being, what's the word? Let me tell you, I have a hard time with words. Okay. Being perceived. Okay. You have to be okay with being perceived. And I said something else that was a good point, but I forgot what that was. But you heard it. Okay. So, you have to just be okay with yourself. You have to love yourself. You just gotta. And if you don't love yourself, fake it till you make it. Pretend you do. And then you'll start loving yourself. We're still working on it here, okay? I love myself. But I want to love myself so much that, like, I always wake up and be like, damn, bitch. Even on your worst day, it's your best day. That's what I'm striving for, okay? Still getting there. But I'm okay with being with myself. I am. I really am. Now, if I did lose my boyfriend, I would be devastated. I would be sad. Mainly because I love him, but also because I was with him for 4.5 years of my young prime years. Okay. All right. I'm 27. Okay? Like, I'm almost in my 30s and you want to break up with me? Sir, okay? No, like, that's not happening. And if it does, it wasn't meant to be. But I'm okay with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm okay. It would suck because I love him and I want to be with him and I want to marry him and I want to have his babies. Okay. But it's okay. I would be okay with it. Because I know that if we weren't meant to be, somebody else out there is supposed to be my husband. My baby daddy. Period. So, yeah. So, yeah, just be patient with yourself. Just be patient with yourself. Okay? Understand, especially if you're in grade school, understand that is temporary. Eventually, you're going to graduate. You're going to be put in the real world. Okay? You're going to be put in the real world with real people. Okay? You're going to meet so many more people than that is in your high school or your elementary school or your middle school. Like, they don't even matter, okay? Even if you have friends in these grade schools, you're probably not going to know them in the future after you graduate. So it doesn't even matter. Now, it is fun being popular and included and stuff like that. I'm not taking that away. You know, it makes the experience of school be so much greater. So I've heard. But in your adult years, you can make so many more memories. You can do so many more things. Okay? Especially after you're 21. So, you know, just don't sweat it. Don't sweat the judgment. Don't sweat the people not understanding you. Don't sweat the loneliness. Because at the end of the day, you only got yourself, babes. And that's the truth. Even if you have all the friends in the world, you still gotta go home to you. You still gotta wake up being you. Okay? So, you need to be so okay with being with yourself. And, you know, being lonely helps that. Being lonely helps you know yourself and love yourself. If that makes sense. Because it kind of doesn't make sense because I'm still learning myself. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I have boundaries now. I know the kind of people I want around me. And I know the kind of people I don't want around me. So yeah. It gets better. Don't let the loneliness bring you down. Don't let it bring you down. I let it bring me down for a long time. And then I realized, fuck these people. Like, literally, I was like, fuck these people. They don't know what they're missing. I'm amazing. Like, literally, I'm great. I'm fantastic. I am a good time once you get to know me, okay? Like, literally, like, they don't know what they're missing. Okay, I have a little bit of a limp. Okay, I gotta be wheeled around when I go to New York. Fuck that. I'm funny as fuck. Okay, I'm working on my cursing. Okay, so shut up. But anyways, yeah. Being lonely sucks. But now we have ChatGPT and so many other AI things. You can make friends with those robots until real people come around, okay? I don't know if that's solid advice, but it can be done, period. Alright? So, I say all that to say, on a serious note, it sucks. It really does. It really, really, really deep down, it sucks. It is not a good feeling to feel like nobody is ever going to love you or accept you. It's a terrible feeling, actually. It's an isolating feeling. It makes you feel like how I feel now. Like, I can't have a conversation. I don't know how to talk unless somebody's talking to me. Or unless I have alcohol in my system. Like, that's not a good feeling, but, you know, it is what it is. I've learned from that. And I'm going to keep learning from that. And I'm going to get out of my shell more because I'm growing up. And that's what you got to do. You got to get out of your comfort zone. If somebody don't like me, if I don't like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. But anyways, I don't know if that made sense. I'm really trying here. Okay, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a talker. I don't know how to form sentences. I might have ADHD, so I jump from topic to topic. But I really tried, and I really hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I'm honestly debating if this is considered a podcast, because I don't have like a microphone or the the big headphones. Or the setup. I'm literally just a girl sitting in my car talking to a camera. So, I don't know if this is a podcast, but we're gonna call it a fucking podcast. Because I said so. And it's a free country. And I can do that. So, I hope that was okay. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it made sense. And I hope it encouraged you to be okay with being lonely. And also, maybe get out of your shell. Maybe there are people out there who want to be your friend, and they're just shy like you. So maybe you should start talking to people. Fuck it. And if they don't like you, fuck them. Period. Anyways. That's something my dad would always say. Literally. Like, if we told him something, he'd be like, fuck him. Like, if we were beefing with somebody and we'd be like, they don't like me, my dad would be like, fuck them. Period. Cause right? Fuck them. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna stop this podcast episode. I'm going to go home because I'm sitting in a random parking lot. I'm gonna go cook. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me blabber about my trauma, because essentially that's what that was, me unpacking trauma. But anyways, let's say hi to my dad and then we're gonna go. That's my daddy-o. Oh, wait, you can't really see him, but I can see him, and he's there. That's all that matters. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and comment below. Say something funny. Make me laugh, I guess. But thank you for watching my episode. I hope to see you again soon. I need an outro. I'm just gonna say, don't give up on me, and I won't give up on you. And I hope to see you next episode. Okay, bye!